Standing out here outside, it's got to be 77 degrees. You know, 7 and 7 is 14, right? 1 and 4 is 5. So if it's 77 degrees, then the Celsius has to work out to a 5. So that would be 25. How do I know? Because 86 is 30, and 95 is 35, and 104 is 40, and 104 is communication in 40. 10 times 4 is 40. 10 plus 4 is 14, and 40 is 54. We have reached the sun. Let me repeat it again. 10 times 4 is 40. 10 plus 4 is 14. The cube is 14 all around. 61, 43, 61, 52, 43, 52, 43, 25. The assembly of the cube, the hexahedron. United in America. Bridging up every single land with their drivers, their dry piles, right? Connecting the railroad is one of the biggest things. They're down into the ground, and then they cross all across the land. You know, how's everybody doing? I can't even see if there's anybody here if I'm talking to myself, but it's irrelevant. Star math is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I really can't see the comments. I'm going to try real hard. Yeah, star math, that system they taught me. You know, and if I say, who are they? My left hemisphere and my right hemisphere. By my observation and my own thinking, okay, upon my breath, upon the meditation of my breath, right? Like, who really thought, right? I'm thinking, right? Nobody else is thinking. But guess what? I didn't make the machine, right? So this machine was made for my operational use. By the breath, I come into this house, into this holy land full of dots and connecting dashes. What are the dashes? Why do they call it a dash? Because is it from point B to point A? Sorry for the hoarse throat. 65. TH 28, R 18, 46, 18 and 28. Put a cubic in between there, 28 for the cycle, 18 connecting to the 3 times 18, 54, which is 10 times 4, 40 plus 10 plus 4, 14 equals to 54. The sun, LOVE, 12, 15, 22, and 5, 27, 27, reverse alphabet, 54. One of the rare four-letter words. One of the four-letter words that reverse alphabet is the same alphabet, nothing added. 54 equals 54. River, basically the same thing, except RI, reverse, VER, reverse R again. So it closes in. So you can see, do you know what the R letter is? I've been studying the alphabet. I just got thrown off of a channel. They laughed at me because I talked about the Trinity. Everything exists. 1 between 2, 1 between 3, which is B2, 1 between 4, which is what is B, which is what 2.5 is. That is where Earth fits in. Communication amongst the planet. 1 plus 2.5 is 3.5. 6 minus 2.5 is 3.5. My sister's going to be a little freaky on me. Why? I'll tell you why. We've got paint on my shoe, paint. What's going on there, Ozzy? Spread my legs. I'm just here for communication purposes only. I'm not lonely, but you're feeling good, so I feel far from you because you're interested in your other things. No, I'm not interested in my other things. When I plug up, you unplug. When you plug, I unplug. That's the way it goes, buddy. I know you're not sad. It's just to remind me not to forget, right? You ever get those looks and just to remind you so you never forget? And the other one is over there by the pool. The gate's open. I wouldn't allow it to be the gate open if I wasn't standing right here. So I did the cross, right, over here. And I'm going to paint, I'm going to do a Snoopy. So I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just coming out here. I'm going to be coming live a little bit later, like in 15 minutes. But Somehow I got stopped by the spatula, right? I was just doing something cleaning up, and I got stopped by this. And I'm going to run this arm down this way, right? But like above, right? Although this one is angling this way, like above is still going to have to get some of that paint over here, right? I need to communicate into the skies above, into the oceans below over here. And that would be 365.47 days. I don't even like these colors anymore. You know that? Like the here. I got some extra paint here. See, I never do this right. I'm just fooling around because I don't have any tools. I'm not really like, I'm not a painter. I'm a guy who fools around, you know. If I see something, I don't know. So, oh yeah, that looks good. We have, you know what, there's different systems. If I would overlay and overlay and overlay and overlay and then put a platform on the top, you would never know what's underneath. And you can't deny it because of your ignorance to want to know more, or to believe that's the end, or to be satisfied for the moment for the basic understanding, the mathematics, right? The math equations that make everything just right. Everything just works out. Everything seems so real. You know what I'm saying? They took what was one thing and created something else. If you encompass one, what do you get? Right? If you encompass one block, what do you get? Right? What do you encompass with it? 4 walls. So what do you count the walls? 1 block and 4 walls. So is that 1 and 4? Right? Now the thing is, if you have the 4 walls, right, then you have 4 sides to the house now on the outside. Don't forget about that. Now we encompassed 1 with 4. So is 1 itself? But wait a second. We went around it this way. What about up and down? So 1 is encompassed by 2, encompassed by 4. That's 6. That's where the hexahedron is. So how do we get more? 2 and 4 encompass 1 equals to 7. Now we're missing the 8 corners in order to transfer from 1 over to 3, or from 7 over to 9. Now, what is it when we move from, you see, look at your number pad on your keyboard or wherever your phone is, right? You notice you go up and down by 3s, you go left to right by 1s, you go top right to bottom right, or top right to bottom left, right? How do you know 1 is first? Why not 3? Maybe 3 should be first. What if 3 was first? You know, what if April was first? You know, they actually say it's like March 24th. The thing about March 24th, you know, I looked at it 1,000 times. I probably did this 10 times, but now that I'm saying it here, I'm just coming in the house for a minute. March 24th is the 3rd month. It's almost like saying December, which is Sky Pass, right? You want to know about the numbers? What is 12? Do you know if you take a cube, 2 cubes, 6 and 6, 12, and you put one on top of the other, equals to 12, it becomes 5 and 5 equals to 10 with the, right? Let me show you. (16 equals 14. When the 2 8 octagons go on top of each other, 8 and 8 is 16, right? But you take away the 2 to the center, it becomes a 2 connect doorway. That 1, okay, that connects to 2. The question is, if it gets the question is, to me, where is 360? Right? Where is 360? And Yeah, everything's okay. Let me show you this. Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. Okay, so did you see the letter I? Right, we're going to just forget about the I right now. We're going to talk about this, the cube right over here, right? We have two eights over here, right? Here and one here. What we have is now I'm recreating this and doing it this way. And what I'm going to do in it is two different things. I'm either going to create it this way or, okay, I'm going to create it this way. And then we come back with the C3, 3, 4, 3 connection, 7 times 7 times 7. This will also connect to the dartboard, the Monopoly game, and etc. 8, 12, 7, 13, 6, 14, Jack, Queen, King. So this 8 and 8 will now become what is 14. After that, when you connect this together, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to have 7 of 8. And over here, you're going to have 7 and 8 of what was the 88 for the constellations, to the power of the constellations, the Christ, the matter of the constellations. What does that bring in? 63, 3 by 21. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6, 18 and 9, 27. There's more to this, but I'm scribbling right now. I don't like to do it. But if I created C at 2/3 and add the cube, or C, okay, at 3/4 and add in the cube. I have to see if this one's possible because I need the fourth area over here. I want to call that the area of the bear. So I'd like to know where the bear is in the constellations. I want to know where the pan is in the constellations. I'm going to flip this around. I come on here to do a short video. I'm going to go back and paint and go back to the gallery, come up here. I need to keep the vibration going. I need to feel my voice inside. I need others to come at me with positioning me. Where is the bear? Let's find the bear. What about the other constellations? And now where is the zodiac sign in this constellation? I started off with March 24th. Right? And what March 24th is it's the third month. It's the 24th day. It's the reverse alphabet of sex. Inside of that is what is 4 and 23, and that is D and W, 2, 3, and 4, right? 18 by 18, the 360 degree halfway point of 180 is equal to 324. Everything resides in the two fire signs, 51. I tell you the story of numbers and words that collide with the numbers. And then from there, once we get the 360 of all matching numbers, we will take it beyond. I do not use only what is A1, B2, C3. I also like to look at Aleph 1, Beta Vet 2, Gimel, what is 7, an air sign in the third position connecting below to what is C as they cross through the Nile or as they floated down the Nile because they refused to take on Ramses. Ramses was the protection, okay, that was delivered in Phi or the pharma, right? You go down to the pharmacy, you get a Ramses, right? You built the cities, right? That's where they plowed the land. They had the cement. So if they had the cement, they had Capricorn. Then they added the straw to it. Then they took away the straw, no straw, right? And we know the straw goes into the drink and you have to suck it out. Or you can blow it in. But if you're blowing it, you can become the wolf. I don't know if you're going with the flow or if you're big and bad. But when you get big and bad, you get what is 72, 53. The reason for that is 7 times 2, 7 plus 2 is 14 and 9, 23. 5 times 3, 5 plus 3 is 15 and 8, 23. What is N and O? It's the second half of the alphabet. And it is what is ending, okay, of the first half of numbers, 1 through 9, I, 8 and 9. How so? N is the 14th letter, O is the 15th letter. The 7 plus 2 is 9, 5 plus 3 is 8. Now the thing about this is that when you go to the 7 key of the keyboard, you will see P, Q, R, and S. If you remove the Q, it becomes what is 17 plus 53, as the Q 17, 1 and 7 is 8. What is the power up of the gate? What is 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 to equal to that 7 and 8? That's the power source transfer over by the Vatican. Call it the IT system. Okay? Why? Spell it out. I, T, right? IT link, okay? A, the two houses, the multiple moons. AL, like in alchemy, okay? And the Y is for the flux capacitor. And it spells out the word Italy. Alchemy in the IT system, the Trinity at the Vatican, right? Tally up the IT system, the AT, when you look at the AT, right, it's the at in location. The I splits the house of A in location, and the L is the soul. So from which angle is the soul? Is it a cold, dead, fleshy soul to the negative black world residing at the 225-degree mark, which leaves over 135 degrees? But when you talk degrees, you talk a pinpoint, and every pinpoint has an area space occupied, which equals to 414. The 414 area space between 225, 216, and 234 is the area space occupied in this negative space. And this is where the 225, 135 split alphabet, sun, the Aztec calendar all come into context right over here into our timeline when the house is broken up into the Trinity that we are in right now, running 4 spectrums in 3. How do I know? 4 seasons. How do I know? 4 elements. How do I know? The cardinal signs, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. How do I know? The fixed signs, 2, 5, 8, 11, 14. Fixed cardinal. How do I, mutable I started with. Mutable, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Fixed, 2, 5, 8, 11, 14. And now we have the cardinal. We have the 1 cardinal Aries. Then we have the 4 cardinal is going to be Cancer, and let's call that the connection of Mars, and we're going to connect the first one of 1 over to Mercury. So 1 and 4 equals to 5, and then we have 7. Then we have Libra. The thing that's different with Libra as an air sign, it's being conducted within the house of Israel and within the Greek alphabet, where Gimel Gamma, the 7th sounding within my world, becomes the 7th. The 7th sounding in my world is what is the 3rd letter in the Hebrew alphabet. If I went consistent to our alphabet, I would be connecting 2 air signs. So running and splitting the C's is exactly what was needed. Since the 10 by 4, or what is 10 by 4, 4 by 10, 40, is the number system that we run. 1 over to 9, 2 over to 8, 3 over to 7, 4 over to 6. That's your 40. Let me see what this is. Hold on. Whoa, I didn't see any of the comments. I'm going to read through it now. Some of the comments were filtered. So if you want to come up, if you think your comment was filtered. Okay, so Bobby, can you come up and can we discuss this so I can explain it to you? It's easier in a Discord because I can't bounce myself. I mean, I look at the mirror all the time and listen to myself. I see what's going on. I'm fast as a button. You know what I'm saying? Was it button eyes? They're sewed right in there, the socket. You know, I got those 4 holes or 3 holes in the, so did you want to come up? Because I sent you the invitation, so. Okay, so I'll explain that number system. So listen, so this is not what we're actually noted to be running, but we are running this system. Okay, so it's very complicated because many of those who come on here, even the chat GPTs are confused with what I do. The ones that the better ones, I went on to a couple of better ones. I can program them to understand, to re-explain it to everybody. So everything I say, if you really want to know what I say, right, just record what I'm saying right now for 5 minutes, put it into chat GPT and let them come out with a summary, because that's my best way. That's what I do sometimes. I'll just talk to chat GPT or take one of my recordings, but they always time me out. You know what I'm saying? I just take one of my recordings and I let them redo the whole thing. Yeah, so did you want to come up, Bobby? Come on, come on. I sent you the invitation 3 times. I don't know if it's yes or no. Jean-Noël, tu viens du Québec? C'est qui toi? Je débrouille bien en français, mais mes exprimes, de manière que j'exprime là, c'est pas international.
Grand Rising, Mr. Numbers, Dr. Numbers. I don't know who you are, and I want to say this because I'm being a bit critical, okay? I want to say this. I respect you, and I respect your mind, okay? You hear me?
Yes.
Okay. But I'm a numerologist. I am fully integrated, and communications are through numbers and letters and symbols and colors and vibrations and songs with the universe. And I was in a live the other night. You were a guest, and I was up on the panel, and you sparked my interest. Like, first 15 minutes, bro, I couldn't get enough of you. I'm like, this guy, where are these? I don't meet people like this guy. I don't meet anybody whose brain even comes close to the way my brain works. Like, literally, I haven't met no one. No one. And there's one, I am Divine Leo, but he has his own numerology and meanings and everything, right? So it's not like we walk into his language and understand it. But this is my ask, brother. I don't want to put anything in your way of moving down your journey and finding your best version of you and helping others. And I see your passion and your intent on what you're doing. So that's not why I came up to say this. What I'm saying is, you've got to slow down. You have got to teach people your language from a fundamental perspective, because without those foundations, you are simply wasting your time and your energy trying to help others who cannot understand you much at all. And I have tried, brother, and this is what Spiritus wants to give to you today. You are so well loved. You are so well respected. You are honored. You are a beautiful man. You are a beautiful light being. But you've got to slow down. You've got to get to the level of your audience if you want them to understand what you're saying. You have beautiful things to say, but you say too many things in a language that people cannot understand. And if I hear standing here in Nebraska was Pythagoras and know that he has helped program me to connect to the universe, then Pythagoras is telling you, you consider your approach, not your knowledge, not your understanding, your approach. And until you meet that approach with love, kindness, and an open heart, an open mind, and an open soul, you will not be able to teach many at all, and you will grow more and more frustrated, and you will begin a cycle that will be very hard for you to break, brother. And no numbers will get you out of that but you and your intent. And I love you and I respect you and I want to help you, brother. I mean, I almost just unfollowed you about 10 minutes ago. I don't know if I can even take any more of this. But Spirit's like, no, this is your brother. You're looking at a mirror. Help your brother out. Just let him be a mirror. Just be a mirror for him and send him what we need you to send him. And so I did my job today. Okay?
Okay, so here's what it is. I never came here to be a teacher 20 years ago. And in my first 5 years, and I'm not looking for an excuse, I'm explaining my
No, no,
situation.
yeah, please.
So 20 years ago, I had no idea what was going on. I just got laughed off the channel for me trying to explain to somebody. I'm going to get back to my story, but they were all talking about, did God die on the cross? Did God die on the cross? And I know Moses crossed the sea, and I know Moses was sent down the river because of Ramses that his mother didn't use because she didn't go to the pharmacy. So they had to go to Ramses to learn how to farm the lands and build the cities for Seti. So I'm just fooling around with this right now, right? Yes. So wow, I fooled around so much I forgot what my end result was. Okay. So, anyways, I'll just continue on. Yeah. So they threw me off. I was talking about. You said in your thing it was about to die for, to die for, to die for. God died on the cross for you. I said, do you know what four U's are? I said, do you know what a die is? I said, I've been studying the alphabet for 20 years. They laughed me off. They wouldn't even consider the primary words that was spoken upon the burning bush of the mother. Okay. And the burning bush of the mother said, what? In the word. It's all in the word. So therefore a word is a letter and it's a connection. There are angles within this word. You have to build the word, right? Okay, so 20 years ago, they just taught me dots and dashes. And then I understood what they were trying to teach. Connect. Look at the difference. You don't have to know anything as long as you can understand the difference. When you pick up on the dialect of two people speaking, and you see there's a difference in their dialect, you tend to go ahead and research a little bit to see it for yourself. And now you can understand the numbers in between because you can bounce it off each other to understand the equation you need to use. For instance, this is what I do. First of all, when you said I don't teach, you're absolutely 1000%. Got another one of my friends, and I keep telling everybody the same thing. If you can see what I am doing, what help can you lend to this channel to support others that can learn this? So I'm not looking to do this alone. I'm not looking to patent this. I'm not looking to write one single book, because the book that will be written with all of us. We will all be included and will take us through to the other side. I'm looking to support myself if I can, which right now is not looking very good. But there is no value. See this value right here? This is the true value of money. The Monopoly game explains the world we're in right now. Do you know what this is? This is V500 and this is C100. That's 600. The number for Mars is 500. It's 51. Sorry. All the Roman numerals are 5 and 1. Did you know that?
All the Roman numerals are 5 and 1.
Well, do you see two Roman numerals here?
No, I see a 100 and a 500.
Yeah.
I see a 15. I see 4 mother boosters and zeros. I see a 6, which is divine feminine. And I see orange and I see gold.
So between 1 and 5 is 2, 3, 4, the earth vibration.
What do you mean 2, 3, 4 earth vibration?
Okay, so what I do is I take everything, I break it down to a single understanding, because in Pythagorean, like you said, I read somewhere that they bring everything down to a single digit.
Correct. It's what I do, and I do it quickly in my high-level processor that I've been trained with. So yes. Mm-hmm.
Two sides of this are telling the same story and a different story at the same time. One of the stories that you see, right, will show you 1, 0, 0, or what equates to 1, what equates to 5. But when I turn it this way, it becomes 0, 0, 1, 4. When I equate this way, it becomes 0, 0, 20. This becomes 24 communication.
Wait. There you see there. Okay, that's a perfect example. You're holding up a 500 and you're saying this is a 0, 0, 20. How do you expect somebody to understand that?
I'm happy you stopped me. I did it on purpose. I didn't explain anything. I wanted you to stop me because I can't explain anything unless somebody asks me a question. I can't open my door. Okay, so in Roman numerals, 500 is the letter D.
Okay.
When you count the Pythagorean, you only count the single.
He is 4. Yeah. Okay. Right. Everything reduces. Yeah.
Here it's 1.
Yeah.
In between 5 and 1, which are two fire signs.
4. Okay.
Okay. What I do is I match up the 1 everywhere. I'll match up the 5 everywhere. I'll look everywhere I can find the 1, everywhere I'll find the 5, and categorize it all.
Okay, so I do a similar thing. Okay, depending on when, right? But like right now, everything is reducing to 11s, 22s, 33s, 44s, sixes, which is 33, or a 42, which is the answer to the universe. Although God's favorite number is 37, because 3 plus 7 is 10, and 10 is the perfect number. It is father the one and mother the zero, which wraps the one. It actually isn't next to it. It wraps and goes around because it's the magnetic energy around the electrical energy, which is going from point A to point B, which creates the first line. Even though one's not a number, it is the first line. It is the first.
Okay, I have. Okay, I'm going to get my books from outside and my other laptop, and everything you said. Can you remember it? I will design it for you. I know exactly what you said. I see it in my head. I see it all. I know.
No, you don't have to design it for me. I already understand it.
Oh,
I'm just simply sharing my processor, okay, my processing with your processor. That's all I was doing. That's it. That's all I was doing.
Right. So if we're going to show anybody else to see the same as our two visions, which are worthless amongst the millions that we need to be together with on the moving on, is I want to show.
No, I'm going to stop you again, bro. Don't ever call what you're doing worthless. And please don't ever call what I'm doing, because what we have been gifted by the divine is priceless. Okay. You have something priceless. All I'm simply trying to tell you, because I love and respect you as much as I do me, and that is we got to break it down into simple blocks. Then spend your time building a pillar. And then the next day, build the next pillar, right? But we bring the first pillar back, right? Because we had to have the first pillar, right? I mean, we need 4 pillars, at least 4 pillars, right? Before we even think about putting a roof on. And what I see you is, you're shingling the roof with copper plating, and no one sees the pillars. And that's really what I want you to consider. That's all. Just a better you. I would love you to have 1,000 people in your room. Okay? A month from now, 30 days from now, the Trinity with the 0. I would like to see you with 1,000 people in your room. But I'm gonna tell you this. If you continue down this road, okay, you're not going to have 1,000 people in your room. But if you break it down for people and turn your teacher hat on, I mean, that's great. But see, here's the other thing too. I got up in the live the other night, the first time that I met you and started following you, and I was literally in a box for an hour and a half wanting to ask you these kind of questions to stop you, but you never took a breath. And that's what I'm saying is breathe, man. You need to slow down. And it's going to make it a lot easier to help, I think, explain to other people your gift. You have a big gift, bro. You really do. It's beautiful. But I don't see anyone seeing your flowers. I don't see any bees coming and taking some of your nectar. And you deserve that. Okay?
The nectar rat for the earth. Tartaria, Saturn. So I know 100. First of all, when I said before that worthless, I wasn't directing it as it was. I don't know how to quote these words, but I'm going to explain to you. Is when me and you are discussing, when you mentioned to me, "Oh, don't worry, brother, you don't have to show me." It wasn't really that I need to show you. Is I have to present to others to show that, because me and you can say, "Yeah, I know you, you know me," but if others don't see where it comes from, they can't build within their own mind, and they can't just say, okay, I'll just take it upon these two to agree with them. I don't want anybody to agree unless I show the system. That's why I want you to show it to me so I can show it to the audience slowly.
Yeah.
But first,
I'm not a teacher of numerology. I am a high vibratory being that just helps, I don't know, people get to a better place, to a higher vibration, to remind them of who and how special they are. And the numbers, I think people see numbers all the time. I think this is something that would help awaken or help with the awakening and realization of so many people. Now, if you want to talk about the teaching part and the fundamental, I haven't put that together. It's not part of my purpose to teach. I will show numerology and explain it to people and then let them do what they want with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's some blocks. If you want to build it, I just met somebody 3 days ago, a friend of my wife's. I gave her a ride to work, and I started going through the numbers on license plates or the phone number on a thing. And she goes, oh my gosh, I do the same thing, but I never can tell anybody because they always call me crazy. And it's those kind of people I think you can really help. Who am I to tell them what to do? Maybe you don't get it, but some do. To each their own. That's fine. I'm here for the highest good and for the good. If you don't like it, it's your problem, not mine. Willow. Thank you.
You had a word in there you used. With the license plate, the tag, no one believed the crazy horse because we run the white horse of purity. We learn everything from scratch and knew we build up into our own mother system, which is already entwined with the basic knowledge. And we are already gifted with the gift of life, besides the breath, the alphabet itself, the numbers themselves coming down in history. We have brought thousands of years of history forward in the alphabet that we speak today. So let me get back to that word that we spoke. The letter D is 500 in Roman numerals. The letter M is 1000 in Roman numerals. The letter C is 100 in Roman numerals. The letter L is 50 in Roman numerals. The letter X is 10 in Roman numerals. The letter V is 5 in Roman numerals. The letter I, which they removed the cap from, okay, when I went to school, is 1 in Roman numerals, in which they reimposed the cap, right? The number 1 in Roman numerals, the 5, 10, 50. So look, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1.
I see 151 all the time. Because you bring it down, 151 is your 11 and your 5, and you multiply the 2, you get 55, and that's a Yeshua number for me. And also true balance, too.
Would you like to see what it says in basic numbers?
I would like to hear Spicy. She came up. I would like to hear what she has to say.
Okay, I'm just going to just show you this piece, and then I'll let Spicy. Thank you for coming up, Spicy. 33 by 47. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 is 9 and 6. The rotation of birth and life. Within the same life, you're always birthed for every day that you arise. 33 by 47 is 1551. Numeric value 51 represents 2 fire signs as well as Mars. Added together, you create and minus to create an Earth-water connection between what is 4 and 6, what is noted to be, and I'm going to explain this because I'm afraid to be interrupted right now, so that's maybe why I'm going very fast. Okay, all these numbers represent something. They tell different stories, multiple stories with combining the numbers. Like 5 and 6 can equal to Virgo. Virgo's an earth sign. 5 and 1 equals to 6. 5 minus 1 equals to 4. It's very simple. All I'm doing is rebuilding the alphabet and using basic numbers to do it. So when some think that 1 is 1, for me, 1 is a word, O-N-E. It's also in French, U-N. It's also in Spanish and other that use our language. It's 5 plus 5 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, 6 and 4 is 10, 7 and 3 is 10, 2 air signs, air waves, air pressure coming together, 1 and 9, 2 fire signs coming together, both at the extremities. Go ahead, Spices. I'm going to be quiet.
Good morning. How you do? Well, I get this afternoon almost for you, hey?
11 o'clock.
No, almost. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
So
I'm just here listening.
What's that? You're listening? So
Yeah.
if anybody wants to know, let me place back to what I do. And you're absolutely right. I go 1,000 miles an hour. I don't get enough people in the crowd. I feel that I need more people in the crowd. I also have to explain how I derive to my words, to my explanation. I have a file folder. Right now, if it's number 51, I'll put everything into that file folder. Now, is it a 3-letter word? Is it a 4-letter word? Is it a 5-letter word? What is the reverse of the word? What is the number of the letter? Because every letter has a position in the alphabet, and there are only 4. There are 4 groupings, meaning that there's 26 letters, and it's grouped together in opposites. The A is opposite of Z. and there's no in between, but the in between that is between M and N, right? But the A repeats because there's only nine. A face of numbers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When it goes into 10, it's an association of 9 and 1, 9 and 2, 9 and 3, 9 and 4, 9 and 5. Are we doing good so far, everybody? I mean, just between the two of you, am I talking properly? Because you're 100% right, Bobby. I need others up here so that I can explain it to you, that if you can understand, maybe others can understand.
This
So
is what I'm talking about. You've already slowed your pace down 50% in a short period of time. Okay. You're now reflecting back on some of the basics, right? That is goes through your in microseconds, right? But you're slowing your down enough to where you're now talking to the collective, and people can now understand a little bit better, I think.
yes, so this is what happens over 20 years that I learned with myself through desire. Okay, that when I start to scribe, which means when I speak out of my head and I'm just talking about the next thing on the top of my head, I need others on the panel that can, whoever can follow me, or if a computer can follow me, to read back everything I just said. Because some of the stuff I'm saying it for the first time in 20 years. I've never said it before. I'm still learning from Boardwalk to Park Place to knowing that the Baltic, right, is actually, right, the answer to the universe. Do you want me to tell you why? Somebody say yes.
Wait. I gotta get up.
Yay,
We gotta
go
get
for
up.
it.
Hold on.
Go
What's
for
the
it.
answer for the universe first before you go down that hole?
First, it's a little bit jokingly because somebody else said 42 is the answer to the universe.
I said that. I saw that one time, and it makes a part of a good story. But God's favorite number, my boss's favorite number, is 37.
Two air signs, air waves, air pressure. It's where G and C come together between the Hebrews and the Greeks using the G, where we use the C in this situation. A meets B, 1 between 2 equals to 3. From the bottom and the top, if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, I would be going 4, 3, 2, 1.
So why are you choosing the C over the G?
The Hebrews and the Greeks, and the third letter is the G, and we are the C.
Yeah, they changed it on us and then made us read it backwards.
Yes.
Do you think, okay, yeah. Do you look at things backwards as well? Should you do a forward review, reverse review? Do you
Mirror?
triangularize? Do you connect the outside of numbers? Do you do any of that kind of stuff as you process?
Yeah, well, the alphabet is 26, so I need the Trinity, so I must go a little bit to 78, then 104 before the first juncture is complete at 4. And then because it takes, listen to this, because of baseball, 4 balls gets you to base, but you can't get home until you have 16 balls, and you need 16 seasons in order to complete the cycle of the leap year.
That would explain why I have 3 X's at the end of my name.
3 X's equals to what is 2 O's. When you create an X next to an X, it creates an O that is pointed up and down. This is noted to be what is Mars, a triangular square.
Or a space in the void.
So the 9 takes the 2 position, equaling to 11. Did you know that?
Say that again and a little slower.
In Saturn Square, for everything I do can be found online. The only thing you can't find online is how to connect it all. That's where I come in. Everything I do has been documented. Somebody has a trophy somewhere. Somebody has a diploma. Somebody got a necklace around them. All these people that I've never looked at, but what I know because they said Pluto, and whoever named all the planets, whoever named all the constellations. I go over all the words that were associated in this alphabet that we use. This is the final string to connect everything together. A, B, C, Jackson 5 puts it all together right directly in the name. Jack equals to 25, okay? Now there's a story to go with Jack, and there's even a story to go with the word go in Monopoly. I wouldn't even know where to
For
start.
crying out loud, you just said Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, 5 brothers.
Yeah. Well, first of all,
Yeah.
brother, check this out. The word brother, okay, is number 86, the dividing gate. Okay. And the reason for that is because of 42. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2 equals 8 and 6. It divides the cubic gate. 1 and 5 Here's your 1 and 5, right? The other side is 2 and 6. So that's that. You want to see the math in this? 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is 6 and 5, 11. Right? 1 and 1 is 2. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 edges. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 corners. 8 and 12, 20. 8 and 12, 20. This entire cube, taking out the cross in the center, which is 6. 26 and 1, 27. Here it is. The ocean.
Cool. I like that. That's cool.
Cynthia has
Yeah.
Cynthia's made a whole bunch of blocks in a bunch of different sizes and that. Have you
Yes,
seen hers?
I know. She sent me these and I did this and then she caught on and started to doing that.
Yeah, she's a good translator for tech hands here, Bobby.
Well, I'm trying to expand the people that I get to know. And and it's just like numbers is such an essential part of my soul journey. And I went through my 4 years ago. But anyway, it's just a part of my fabric. It's how I'm connected to the universe. The universe speaks to me. If people even knew what was going through my processor just driving to work, they would probably be tired by the time I got to work.
So I'm going to get my other computer. Just give me a minute. I just want to welcome. Hi. Don't talk to too much background noise, okay? But this is what is between 5 and 1 is 432. Have you ever heard of the earth healing vibration? 432.
Yeah, that piles into all of this too, and then that relates to the colors, to the chakras, to everything. That's what I'm saying. The whole universe is built on numbers.
2 times 3 times 4 equals to 24. 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 9 and 24, 33. 3 times 3 is 9, the birth connection. 3 plus 3, 6 to life. We branch out to the moons. Do you know that Mars is 51? That also 432 is what is 144 by 3? Or what is the day of 1440 minutes times 3 is 4,320. That if you multiply it by 6, just give multiply it by 6. When you multiply it by 6, 4,320 times 6 is 25,920, the great year. If you divide it by 3, it's 86,400 or 8640, which is the number of minutes in a day, or what is the distance to the sun, but in millions, 8640. It's also what is half of a 432 again, saying that the sun and vibration comes out of the sun, equaling to that we live either in the sun or the moon. The numeric value for the sun on the inside is 54. 10 times 4, 10 plus 4 equals to 54. The female, VAG, and I won't finish it off, Inna, is 54. 9 times 6, 54, the entire cube from the breath of life from the woman. When Moses went up the mountain and met God, the burning bush, he really did meet her. He met her, that's right. But what was spoken was from the God himself, but he met her to see him. We're in the house. We can't speak outside the house, only from within the house. We speak directly within ourselves through the interpretation of. The understanding again to what was that 1 and 5, 6 is also 3 and 5, 8. 3 times 5, 15. 3 plus 5, 8. 8 and 15, 23. 2 and 3 is 5. 2 times 4, 6, 8. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 and 8 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. Both sides of the cubes equate the same because they create the metric transition. Another thing about 6, if you want to know about 6, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 3 numbers on different levels equate to 6. If I add in the fourth number, it equates to 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. We start over again. 40 and 60. The difference between 40 and 60, we keep the heart. The heart stays in the game, fully connect with the body. 20 plus 40, right? The 2020 game. This cube, binary, sorry, just one more thing. Binary, when you count in binary, zeros and ones, binary, cubic binary means I can only put on this cube 6 multiples. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. The cube ends. When it ends on 32, 3 and 2 equals to 5. I began at 1. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. I have no more than this. There's only 6 sides, which means 5 is reversed to the 1 in binary, but here it shows number 6. Okay, I'll be quiet.
Wow. That was cool.
Would you like
That's
to
the
see?
shit I like. That's the shit that I can at least taste. You know what I'm saying? Like, put me some salt and pepper on that, baby.
Okay, so I'm going to get my bigger thing. I'm going to bring it to the table. I'm going to show you where all the 11s come from. Would you like to see where the 11s come from?
Yeah, and then I got to go to work. But yeah, I'm going to stick
Also,
around.
You ever see Tetris?
I used to play the video game Tetris.
Yes. So this here or this here, you only get to use one of them, but it doesn't matter because it turns over to the same thing, right? Even this, these are the way the numbers connect, is to understand before the numbers even existed. I need to speak area space before a word existed, before the alphabet existed, before you put a name to any of the zodiac. I can tell you why and what's happening before anybody speaks. Just give me a couple of minutes. I don't know, is that my phone? Okay, I'm going to be back in 3 minutes.
Well, this is interesting. And I was honest. I met brother literally like 4 days ago, maybe here. You know what I'm saying? In a different live. And I'm like, I think light attracts light and light sees light. Like likes see likes. Like doggies are more fun to hang out with than humans. But yeah, so I came up to, I guess, just try to ask some questions and try to maybe put a seed in there to help slow him down so more people can absorb what he's got. So I don't know what you think about that, Lips or Spice, but Spicy Lips.
He's a very intelligent man.
Oh, yes, that's like,
One of the great geniuses, I'd say. Bobby,
What?
he's a genius.
I know that.
And you, Bobby boy, the sounds of it.
No, you are too.
Oh, cheers, man.
No, seriously, I'm not kidding. Yeah,
You
I
too,
see
Spice.
what I mean. Unless I'm just playing games and I'm not playing games today. It's kind of like homework. It's like me advanced kid from high school and I'm in the high. I'm like, what are you guys doing in high school math? He's like, this. But I'm at a junior high level. So I'm like, bring it down to 7th grade, bro. I love you, man, but like, get out of your senior mentality, man. Come down to 7th grade again.
I suppose you just got to be fair, and Mr. Mac Tan Pans will teach us.
Yeah, he has a lot to give.
Yeah.
If it's not, I mean, sure, it's obvious to you. He has a lot to give. If I can help somebody give it easier, more simple, or just a reminder to break it,
Yeah.
then yeah.
It's a doggy, look.
Yeah.
The doggies. Them your friends. They're your friends. 2 more doggies. Yeah, and you're a doggy. And there's 2 doggies. And they're all running round. Yeah, you love the doggies. Excuse me.
See, I changed the value of my words.
Cheers. Let's turn more sound off, Bets.
I don't play the game, okay, when it's in play. I play the game to just see the value, how we can move it around the board. This is where the answers are. It's in a stagnant game, like in the stagnant marshes that we live. Mars, marshes, marriage, ring and pole, right? Down by the ring and pole, they shouldn't buy and they shouldn't sell. Everything is 48, 1/3 and 2/3. It's how we perceive. Is it 4 times 6? 3 times 8? 2 times 12? So what are we trying to achieve? The 1.5 times 6 equals to 9. I'm trying to figure out what I was saying in this whole thing. I got to set up, our achieving of a certain number. I was looking at 24. Then I was looking at 18. I'll look at all the numbers, how to achieve them perfectly. And am I missing by 1, 2, 3, and 4? And again, when I do my numerology or my gematria, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to equate everything to this game. So the A is still valued at 1. The C is still valued at 3. But do you know if I took this C and put it next to another C, or put an O in between, maybe, this O is going to represent 4, and it's going to connect 2 C's together, right? The C only closes at either 66% or at 75%, 3/4. C is the number 3. I can put 2 C's together, put a letter in between to connect them together, perhaps the letter O. The letter O is the 15th letter. Within the letter O is 1 and 5. We have 2, 3, 4 vibration. I can vibrate between 1, 3 and the other 3, 3, O. It is CO15 and CO15 equal to 30, but the reality is it's 21 and it equates to the cube. 3 and 18 is what is 3 times 6 and what is 3 times 1 when you use 3 cubes, the minimum and the maximum. So this is the way I transfer all my reality. R is only 1 in this game. So the words are all going to change. You're going to take on a new dynamic. The question is, what is that dynamic and where do we categorize this? Well, we'll categorize it by the CRABBLE. So we have to understand what is BLE. 2 and 12, a cube can fit in between. Mars, anything to do with 2, okay? Mars is going to be associated because it's the half-life. It's the 2 this way, 1 and 9 fire sign, or the 2 this way, 3 and 7 air sign. And I got to close the door and put this down. Take over this. You guys keep talking. I got to close this door, find that fly. Wow, I let 2 flies in the house. I'm not a happy camper here. Okay. So, yeah, what is, I didn't see your name. I just missed it again. Yeah, Bobby. So what else there? Mention anything in numbers because I'll talk about anything like that. What you spoke about before is very interesting. I don't remember what it was, but I would like to hear it. Do you remember what it was? Besides going slow because you're not right. You're like, it's an absolute, if I don't slow down or find others to...
So if it makes any difference, and it really doesn't, but I used to be, I'm 55, but out of college, I got my chemistry degree and became a high school chemistry teacher. And so, I love kids. Ultimately, that's why I loved doing that. It was my service to my community. And then I left teaching in 4 years and became a pharmaceutical rep for 23. And I was at the top of my game. I was selling cancer drugs, and I created selling models, and I was a master teacher, became a trainer. And that was actually my legacy, was being literally the rock star trainer at Novartis Oncology. And that's where I walked away 4 years ago when I was awakened. And then numbers came in. I've always been around numbers, liked numbers, but then all of a sudden I started getting communications, and I've been being trained silently for about 4 years now. And that's where I'm at with numbers. And the Tetris, Pythagoras' not pyramid, but triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was about 6 months ago. I started reading more about him in a book, and just things resonate.
Who is one?
So if I was not Pythagoras, I was Pythagorean.
Can you tell me the difference? Are all of us the difference?
The difference between what?
Pythagorean and Pythagoras?
Pythagoras. I don't think I'm willing to say that not many attained his level of where he was at and evolved to. But I do believe as Pythagoreans that we were people back then that not only resonated, but we were soul connected to that kind of building of the truth, the in between in the physical. But it was much very, very spiritual, very disciplined. It was living a very, very simple existence. And I say seeing the beauty where others missed it, getting out of the physical and being much more in the ethereal.
It
And
is
I
great.
think that's what resonates. I mean, if anything, just by you saying that and me saying this, likely that might be the connection that my higher self has with your higher self. And that is back in those times of Pythagoras. Or maybe it was apostle. I don't know. I don't know.
It does.
I don't have all the
really-
answers. So
we don't need all the answers. We just need to
I
be
don't
together
know.
to
No, I'm cool.
understand that. Sorry to interrupt you.
no, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I do that. I do that quite often because I don't like to lose a spice, but it's not fair to me. It's like like two bricks, two bulls coming together. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to, oh no, you are. I mean, you started with that four. Can you tell me more about? Look at the windows, right? And there's. Whoop, hold on a second. Oh wait, I'll do this window. Look, let me turn this around. Hold on. Check it out. You see the sign?
Okay, so I see 88. I see a closed umbrella on the other side. I just saw spirit animal walking from left to right. And I see Mother Earth and angels in the trees behind us. And then the dog goes both ways. So the dog's telling us, white, purity, that we are going to the right and to the left, right? But the center of the center is, and that's the center of the 88. The umbrella represents the one, which is the divine connection, the tower. So 88 would be your 16 or your 7, and 7 is the number for me that resonates deep in my soul. So if I could be two numbers, I would be 3 and 7 because I can take 7 minus 3 and be 4 the foundation, or I can add the 3 to the 7 and become 10, the perfect number, the 1 and the 0. Either way. You see a cube?
I'm going to show you. In the Vatican, right? In the Vatican,
Yeah.
I try and keep
I've
my
been there
Catholic
before.
study.
I actually placed a key in the chapel.
So this is what
This
the
is
door
chapel.
looked like.
Yeah, something like that.
The
It
door
was
looked
beautiful.
like this, okay, which shows you there's an opening over here, right? So when you close these doors, right? When you close these doors, you create this link and you connect these two here and these two here, skipping out the SIM corner. You remember the SIM card that you have?
Yeah.
Well, look at the corners. One of each corner is not in here. It's 7 out of 8 and 7 out of 8 for the 88 constellations broken up as 4444, which is relinked 22s by connecting each side. By connecting a 3 by 3 9 cube to a 4 by 4 16 cube, you're connecting the words of associated with 44, space. Another word, teen. Another word, Abraham. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4, 16 and 8, 24. The 24 hours of the day split up between 2/3 of what is 16. 2 times 8 is 16, and 1/3 is 8, making up the day. Follow me so far? When you connect this cube of 9 and 9, when you connect this cube 9 of 9, that is what is 18. But you're only connecting, okay, together. Take a look, right? 9 and 9 is 18, right? But there's only 16. So how's that possible? 19 and 16 is standard importance, connects the lower half of 36 and the higher half of 36 inside the cardinal zone. Let me explain that. 16, 1 and 6, 7. 19, 1 and 9, 10, 1 plus 0, 1. 1 and 7, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 explains the design within itself. 77, the words matter. 77, Christ. 7 and 7 is what is the ring of the cube, reverse. What is 5 and 2? What is 6 and 1? What is 3 and 4? Is all 7s. So when you look in here, you see 88. The cube is connected by 2 squares of 9. When you connect the cubes, you have 7 of 8 of each window used, equaling to what is 77, 88, 99, but only using 6 windows of 8 windows on each side, 66, 22 left over. Do you follow that? That's the design.
I'm mowing what you're growing. I probably got about 82.69% of that.
I'm
Which
going
is
to
damn
re-explain it. I'm going to
I was down to a lot lower than that before we started talking today.
You want to see something else we can do with this? You see
Go
what I
for
just
it.
did, right?
I dare you. I
Look.
dare you.
Look. Right?
3.
I did it the other way now.
Oh, cube. Okay, never mind.
I did it the other way. Wait a second. We're not done. We're not done. You know why?
Why?
Because, hold on. Whoop. I got to get a different color. Okay.
Ooh, I like green.
Now we're going to do it a different way. You see how many ways we can do it? Well, no, we did it this way already. Sorry. We did it that way. So what I do is I'm going to start here, right? And I'm going to do this way here, right? So now you saw the bottom right, top left.
Right? Yeah, it's angle. Yeah, it's
Okay,
all about
and
angle.
now- right.
Yep.
And now, what is this? The top left, bottom right. Okay.
Top left, bottom
now
right.
We're going to do,
Bottom left, top right.
okay, now this happens to be the cube. If you look at the cube, it's either going to be the top right corner, the bottom left corner on the cube. Do you follow what I'm saying? By switching sides. So what's happening is now I'm going to connect what is two air signs. And when I did it
Okay.
the other way, I connected 2 fire signs
Okay.
towards the left hemisphere or towards the right hemisphere.
Okay.
What I'm understanding is instead of 1, 2, 3, you know what's happening is that
What?
2 happens twice. It's 1, 2, 2, 1. Abba. It's not 3.
Yes, 1, 2, 2, 1. That's one of the keys. And I know it's one of the keys because it carries the 11 and the 22, which combined makes the 33, and the 3 times 3 is the 9, and that 9 is the divine.
So 1,
For sure.
2, right? 1, 2, and then the third one is on this side. And then 1, 2, and the third one is on this side. But it's not explained like that to us. For us, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, here also, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 7, 8, 9. So what's going to happen is here, when this is 1, 2, this will be 3 equals 5. When this is 4, 5, 6, and this is 4, 5, 6, right? When you connect these two, do you follow what I'm saying? I have to show you.
You're mirroring. You're just cutting, which is what the doors, the windows represent. You're mirroring. You're looking. That's what I've been trying to kind of explain to people is when you look at a number, okay, let's say you get the number 911. Now, also, that can be read in a mirror 119. So I think it's one of those nice things that, you know what I'm saying? And you are pushing the angle just slightly, right? Left or right of the center. And there you go. I mean, I think it's really cool.
And then there's, I don't have this other one. There's another one I have. Oh, here. We'll draw. Let's draw again. Draw. Okay, start drawing. Okay, so what we have here, okay, is this brick here, and then you have this brick here, right? So I join it here, and this is where my eye comes in, and then I can't turn it this way, right? There is no turning. So I keep it like this, so that means my H is the same thing. So this is my IH, 9 and 8 equals 17. The 17th letter is Q. This becomes my IQ. I have what is the top of the head, 1, 2, 3. And I have the bottom side, which is 7, 8, 9. But when it comes to numbers, it will be this way, and it will be this way, and it'll be this way. So back to this.
Angles.
Right. So really and truthfully, there's only going to be 2 and upside down. So when it's like this, you ever see the 6 cube?
I don't. Yeah, that doesn't resonate with me.
Well, I'm going to show you.
Running dice and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never broken down dice like you have.
Well, how about, have you ever seen this before?
Looks like an S or a 5.
Well, now we can do this.
That's either the mirror 50, that's 55.
52.
Or you could say that's 25, which I
20.
believe is the highest level of realization, I think, here.
So no matter what you do,
11, 2, balance,
10,
10, perfect number, 1 and 0,
right.
which you could put a 1 right in between that and draw a circle around it on the XY plane. You know what I'm saying? And you create that 10.
So what happens with this, right, is, remember I said 9 and 8, H and I, we just did?
Yeah.
Well, it's 17, right? Now we did
Yep.
5 and 2, right? You want to flip out? 5 times 2 is 10. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 and 10 is 17. Same freaking number from the same design.
Yep.
And it makes a TV set.
Yes. So talk to us about your understanding of using a mirror, kind of like what you did here, in your process of understanding. How does that mirror play into your processor?
They overlapped everything on its way in. There's a reader. I don't know if sometimes I have the full story, sometimes I don't. Okay, there's a reader that goes in between. Let me see if I can flip this. Okay, so there's a pole like this, right?
Okay.
And around here it spirals all the way down. By the time you get to the bottom, you have run, let's say, 1,462 days, let's say. By the time you got down to the spiral, if you went straight down, you'd probably be there in a week.
Yeah.
So there's like 4 years compressed to every single level. That's what the numbers show, that there's compression, that there's the pole. Not only that, it's not a straight pole. Do you want me to tell you the way it is?
No straight lines in the future. That's what I understand. We use straight lines, but there's no straight lines.
Well, the actual line is, if you ever look at Amazon or Papino or some of the companies, the straight line of an artist is a whipping line. It's a whip. It's this. It's the conductor. Yeah. That's the line.
Yes.
But it's not really that it's that line like that. It's just that the moving frequencies, okay, or the harmonics amongst each others have a dance and show off colors that you can see or understand. This is the way it's described in numbers.
Music of colors.
Right. So there's a guy named Musical Magic out there. Unbelievable. Speaks about everything down to your ear and the minimum, maximum, what your ear can handle and why. And I checked out the numbers. And everything, I've matched it up with the entire. Oh man, I match it up with everything because all numbers match, eh? You can't.
Right. You can see it. The thing is, sometimes it's challenged to find the match. I'm always looking for connections. So I take a 30,000 foot view, and I like to see what comes together. I should show you kind of what. Go ahead. I'm gonna go on mute, but I'll show you kind of one of the little notes that you showed your notes. Your crayon. I'll show you my crayon.
One thing I want from you, because when I go into the house, I'm taking a 3-minute break. One thing is, you mentioned something about numbers, number 13 and a few other numbers 15 minutes ago when you first came on. I want to go over that. And your number 42, I'm going to explain it real quick. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2 is 8 and 6. Those dice cube, they all split at 8 and 6, and the only thing in between is the 7. 7 times 7 times 7 is 343. 3 and 4 on a dice cube, they run the same corridor. There's only a half area space. Do you see this? There's only a half area space shared by 2 tunnels. It's less than half. It's less than 0.25, which equates to about the middle of pi, which equates to a heartbeat. What they're seeing, the scale of their numbers, is they created the heartbeat within the numbers when the actual number is 22 divided by 7 equaling to 142,857. Did you know that any number divided by 7 has the same answer?
No, I mean, when you reduce it, it has always the same answer?
Oh, let me tell you exactly what it is. Give me 2 digits.
46.
Okay, so 7 divided by 46 is 6, giving it 42, right? So there's a difference of 4. So that'll be on the 4th level of that division. It's going to be 5714, I think it is. If you divide of 46 divided by 7. It will equal to, after the decimal, it will equal to 5, 7, I think 1, 4, 2, 8. And it'll total to a number of 27 when you add them all up. It'll never be more than 6 numbers after the decimal. And it will not include 3, 6, or 9.
So everything outside or everything inside. Okay, what does the number for psi, PSI, that it's the circle with the 1, that what does that I think it's 1.6.
Oh,
8,
phi, PHI?
Yeah, okay, PHI. Yeah, same thing as that's what I'm talking about.
That's the exact spiral of the heartbeat of what makes up pi. So when you extend from the heart of the cube, which is 3.5, right? You're at 1.61. Let me exactly figure out how to tell you this. 1.61. How do I say this? Fibonacci. Okay, yes. 4 times 4 is 16, the letter P. 4 plus 4 is 8, the letter H. 3 times 3 is I9. 3 plus 3 is 6. So the cube itself, running the corridor within the breath, okay, and not the life, creates the rotation within inside your torus field around you, in which after this you add in what is the pi in order for your breath and your heartbeat. And that is the answer. It is the exact answer. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 is the gateway between 6 and 8. I will re-explain. Okay, 12 and 7 equals to 19, bringing 2 fire signs together, igniting Capricorn 10 and 9. Now, let me explain it to you. I'm going to stop. There's, when you say 10, it brings on 2 area spaces, the 0 area and the 1 area, correct?
Yes.
Every area in itself is an 8 and 1. As well, every area within itself is also a 4 and a 0. The reason for this is I'm trying to really understand a little bit deeper into the value of 0 as not valued as electronics, but valued as a water flow, as electronics would be valued as a pancake. Why the pancake? Just because everything flows within and all around the wiring equally.
0 would be the magnetic field.
And the 1, right? What is the 1?
Electrical field.
The 1 is the movement of the water and the the movement of something in between, the piping. If something's happening on the outside, they're going to force something to happen on the inside, possibly creating the gravity, the extra gravity. We have something inside of us that's holding us to the ground. Would you like me to tell you what it is?
Go ahead.
Something in the mercury. And you don't need very much. Do you know why?
Why?
Because have you ever felt a little down and depressed, like you don't know why, out of nowhere you feel nauseous?
No, never. It's never happened to me in 55 years, ever. Not even once. I can't even think of one time.
You think silly.
So every time you have a blockage in your airwaves somewhere in your body, okay, there's a dictation for your own body to meditate and revelate within itself. Why I say this now, this is not fully in numbers, but yet it's in partly etymology and numbers, which Mercury equals to 103. In retrograde, the numeric value for the moon is 57, which is far from what is 13. But what it is like this is 3 times 19 equals 57. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 is 7, and 12 equals to the 19. Connecting what is the division between what is 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. Listen again. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 8 and 6. In between that is the number 7. This is where the dice cube comes in. When I multiply 3 times 4 and 3 and 4 is a 7, I get 12. I now ignite 1 and 2 Pisces, or the 12 zodiac signs. Do you follow me so far? When the gateway comes to the zodiac 12 signs, okay, it means that I ignited within the connection between Virgo and Libra, because there is no 12. It's a maximum of 6 because of the cubes. You need something to link them up, a bridge. And this is where baseball comes in, and you get the 7th inning stretch. The angels come in and they connect between one area space and the other one. But it's the dark angels. You know why they're the dark angels? Because they have to be well lubricated, okay?
and all their hair is going to begin to freeze because they transport the energy between one house and the next, the holy digital soul. They bring it from the IN into the ER, passing by the GG. The
Hold on,
70s,
say that again. They start in the IN or the IM?
they start in the IN. The N is for the animal. When you count to 1, 2, 3, is the same as counting A through N. You cross over the alphabet. Don't stop at the 13th letter. 1 through 13 equals to 91, but 1 through 14 equals to 105. 3 times 3.5, the heart of the cube, equals to 10 and 5, which is the letters JE. JE is 1 times 5, 2 times 5. It creates the word in French as je. Could mean game. It can also mean what is I am. The M letter is equating to connection of the two houses within one soul. The M letter also in French, when expressed, it says the word M. M to M is the word love. It is the 13th letter. It is 1,000. 10 times 10 by 10, bringing all three X's together. The X reversed alphabet is 3. Therefore, you get sex 3 times. 324, 324, 324 is 972. 972 representing Brown, representing the mother, representing the communication amongst the two houses of the father. The A letter is a divided house. The A1 as you spoke is exactly as it is. You're exactly right. Every word you spoke so far, you're exactly right. I'm just saying that I can show the people the numbers that, and I'm going to show them the physical movement of the cube or the physical movement of the alphabet, because I just know that the movement of 3 and 4 is the same corridor. The split nose, the electronic nose, the lungs, the reading of the air that we breathe. I know I get a little excited. I'm going into the house. I'm sitting in this little box out here. And if you check it out, I also got something really cool. Oh my God. Did you say you can't see the pillars? Well, the pillars are standing right next to the window. Here's 11. Okay.
Yep.
Here is what? Is my 0 here? Here's my 0.
1881. Is it on the other
my
side
zero?
too? Wait. What about the right side? That's the left side. Is there? Oh, you got them on both. Okay, so
10,
you have 1881 sitting right there, or 1001, which would be the true balance. But then, see, the umbrella is now to the right, so that would represent the imbalance. And then you have 2 dark in the back. Ooh, that's interesting. So you got a 21, but the 2 is hidden.
So do you want to see something? 3 by 3 area spaces here. Okay, a 2 by 2 area space is here. When you have the 3 area space, 3 by 3, you see that window to the top right now? Watch it. Watch it. Just watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Okay, it's still in the picture. Don't count this window here.
Okay.
Now when you watch it, now it's here. Yeah. And now don't count anything here. Do you follow what I'm saying? We're only going to count 9 at a time. We're only going to count 9. And in the 9, we're going to use any 4 of the windows. This is what is Isaac moving in Abraham's house. Earth and Mars are rotating together.
Interesting.
And we need to bridge them with Mercury. Mercury is number 103. I'm going to explain that. Remind me. I'm closing down.
Red Mercury, or is it Mercury or Red Mercury?
Red monkey, blue monkey, yellow monkey, green monkey. Do you know what? I eliminate the discord for a discourse. That it's, if you say it's red, I'll tell you a story.
No, I don't know. I'm asking you.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about when you say something. When I answer you, I'm trying to see that everybody else is listening. Otherwise, why should they be here? Nobody should waste their time. If you have a question for me, send it to me right now. I'll answer it. I'll fulfill it. I'll bring you up in a live. If I know you're coming up, schedule a time. I'll make everything more precise, easier to understand than just by me ranting out here. So
You're cute. You're kind of cute. I have to admit, man. I know you're masculine, but I'm gonna get going because it's almost the 11s here, Central Time, and Bobby needs to go in and do his diligence at work today.
Hey, before you go and you miss this, think of this for the day, okay?
All right, go ahead.
Equate everything to 9 with these numbers, okay?
Okay.
1 plus. Equate everything to 9. 1 plus what equals 9?
8,
6 plus what equals 9?
3,
3 and 8 is
24,
3 plus 8.
11,
Okay, 2. Okay, 2 and how much is missing from 9?
hold on, stop, back up. What?
I want you to tell me how much is missing from 9. What I'm doing is flipping over the dice, okay? So what?
Okay.
One. If I say 1, you say what's missing from 9. 1.
Okay. From 9, okay, yeah.
1.
8,
6.
3,
3 and 8 is 11. Next. 2.
7,
5.
4,
4 and 7 is 11. 3.
6,
4.
5,
5 and 6 is 11, and 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4 are all 7s. Those are your master numbers. Have a good day. Pick up a couple of dice. They're a schematic and the expression and explanation to every letter that exists in the alphabet. Now all you need to know is about baseball, hockey, soccer, football, darts and arts and rollerblading, roller skating, hockey, and every other sport is what's going to dictate everything that is honest to everybody, things that are not to have an argument about. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's my phrase. You quit using my phrase. My phrase is it is what it is.
Do you know that a phrase in French is a strawberry?
Do you know that my favorite fruit is a strawberry?
Wow, that's crazy.
And I live in the strawberry fields
Forever?
on in a yellow submarine.
Check this little thing out on the floor. Check that animal. It's a
Looks like
bird.
Looks like a bird. That's a bird.
Oh my God, they're watching us now.
That's an eye.
Nice.
Yeah, look at that deep eye. Ooh,
So this is what happened to
nice
us.
little slit in that eye. Shit, it's almost got half an eye of raw right there. Check
So
that
this-
out.
This is what happened to us. Do you know the 2-1-2? I know you have to go, but another one thing before
No,
you
I
go?
mean I can hang for a few more minutes.
Okay,
but
is the 1-2-1-2 movement is also in chess, right? Now, when you move 1-2-1-2, this is the way it moves in numbers. Take a look at your telephone. You go from 1 over to 6 equals to 7. You go from 2 over to 9 is 11. You go from 3 over to 8 is 11. You go from 6 over to 7 is 13. You go from 9 over to 4 is 13. You go 8 over to 1 is 9. You go 7 up over to 2 is 9. You go 4 up 1 over 2 to 7, and you restart again. And that's going all around the power source of the oceans, the mother.
wow. Okay.
So I'm
Smoky.
going inside the house because I'm in this little playhouse where the kids come. And, and it's just so funny that I came in here and look at that. You know what's in the mother house? What is that?
Well, that looks like a mailbox
Well, it has a slot in it. If
for
it's
the
a
universe
mailbox,
to drop letters and numbers and all that good stuff to you.
So it's a drop box, it's a letter box, it's a slot.
Slot, a doorway.
Right. So anyways, I don't want to mention more, but in this house and all these kooky words that they don't want us to say are a lot of the actual truths we must speak. Just like in the word sex, C and X are the reverse alphabet. So anyways, go do your thing. If anybody wants to come up, listen, I'm opening up my other page. If this shuts down, it'll be open on my other one. It's the same one, but it just means that it didn't transfer properly. Okay, I got to go in the house and get water. I got to crawl out of here. Okay, it's going to be in 1 minute. I'm crawling on the floor. Oh my God, I found my green wand. And I'm very happy I fixed my sister's little plant. Oh, yes, sorry. Hey, yeah, sorry about that. Listen, okay, yes, Steve, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, yeah. I'm going to have to get off for about 35 minutes. I'm really, really sorry with that. There's one more that wanted to come up. Yeah, I'm getting off for what time is it? I'm coming back at 1. I'm really sorry, but I think we all need a break too. Just had somebody pop up at the house, so I'm going to be back. And yes, thank you. And Spicy, I'm going to see you again. I love your moderating.
Yeah.
If I can get another moderator here like Spicy, then I would be in heaven. This is the way it starts.
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't up. I just got out of a phone call with my daughter, so I'm back here. But yeah, you're heading out.
All
No
the
worries.
words are good, Spicy. I'll speak to you later. Give me an hour.
Thanks, my friend.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye to school bus.